want to go in. Because you look at the champions on the side of Afrika, and things just get weird all around. Bot lane was self-countered, even though they knew the Tom was blind. I just don't get it. Mordekaiser's just about to get another win in LCK. Can we talk about some of the real tragedies happening here today?
I wanted to point that out, but you beat me to it. Mordekaiser, Keen, name a better duo.
Tiger and try to hard engage. There is more than enough to stop them from doing so, and there was not an answer to Ashe and Zoe on the side of Hanwha Life's team comp.
Yeah, doesn't really seem like there's much. I think in terms of the hard engage, I think that Tom can kind of just, because the hard engage that Hanwha Life have too, it's like you get that one big wombo combo, and if Tahm Kench goes QSS and avoids that, takes away the Ashe, Zoe, has range. After that one big wombo combo, even if the game is even, you can take one member out with Keen, you can take another one out with the set, and then you have a lot of range with the Zoe Ashe to just follow up after their hard engage, because there's not much power after that hard engage from Hanwha Life.
And the thing that's so strange is, right, so imagine in a standoff in mid-game or dances around Dragon or Baron, Zoe and Ashe are just throwing out volleys, they're threatening Ashe Arrow, bubbles are going to constantly be coming out from Zoe. And what is the real response from Hanwha Life? Because if you activate the Quickness and you try to get Pokeball thrown in by Kalista or something, Set just gets guaranteed face breakers. He gets guaranteed multi-man haymakers, he gets superplex value. Mordekaiser is having the time of his life right now.
Yeah.
Tahm Kench actually has value. Things are... It's not far-fetched to imagine multiple scenarios that are all favorable to Afrika. But if you want to talk about something that is far-fetched, it's one that involves Hanwha Life somehow having a favorable position in a mid or a late game dance. It's just not there. Tom is a little bit thick, almost fell out of the brush. Have you seen the new champion?
Yes.
The one that's on PBE?
Yeah, looks nice. Why?
I noticed that you're struggling here. What
What do you mean?
Why don't you address him by name? What's going on here?
Who's that guy? Was he like Yarn or something? Ooh, that was cool.
Ooh.
He avoided the.
Yeah, and I think it's because his bot lane or himself. Well, Haru could have F-keyed. We don't know. But maybe the bot lane communicated they just hawk-shotted, and he actually went out of the way. And I think that is really interesting, because it could mean that they anticipate that he's at Golems coming off of base, rather than doing the route that he's on. And that has two entirely different meanings, because if you do think that he, for some reason, based after 3 camps and went down Golems, you think that he arrives at the top rather than bottom.
He's okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
It didn't really work out. Maybe he forgot about the shield, because he was not really going to have the damage that was going to come out here and kill Miru.
Yeah, and Miru, I mean, he's messing up his CS thing. I don't know how you managed to miss all 4, but
yeah, it happened. We witnessed it.
Should have been able to get a few of them.
Yeah, he's got TP.
Yeah, he has TP, but Fly crashes the wave again, and so the TP doesn't really matter. I mean, he'll use it, but this isn't what would have been ideal for him.
Is that what you would call a prank?
Yeah, well, so Spirit comes up into top lane, chunks doo-doo. I mean, it gives Keen a recall if he wants it, but now Keen's just going to place a ward and stay in lane. And this confuses me, because had Keen just recalled, it's a cannon minion, he would be able to come back into the lane as the cannon and the next wave would be compiling up and then going into his turret. And then he can play out the lane with better battle stats, or retain the teleport, doo-doo teleports back into lane, trade with him a little bit, and then teleport back again and retain the advantage. So, some lost opportunities here. And because Keen chose to play it as is, yes, the wave's coming into him, but he did miss out on a bit of CS. And Dudu now just needs to hard crash this wave. And you can see Keen is showing weakness. He's further back than a Mordekaiser should need to be. And now Dudu can hard crash this, escort it into turret, and get a free recall off.
It all plays out according to plan. And Haru's looking for a gank here. I don't know about that. It's going to be easily dodgeable. Fly is totally fine. Just a little bit of damage comes in, and Haru's going to stick around. I thought maybe he was actually going to help clear the wave. But this time around, he's not going to steal all that XP, just like in game 1.
Yeah. And so Haru going to run back down now to the Scuttle Crab. Ends up clearing his Raptors as well. Spirit now here. Face Breaker.
Oh, wow.
What is...
Spirit, you're going to have to answer to LS after this game. I don't know what the ideal was there. It seems like these two guys are kind of forgetting what Azir can do. Or maybe, you know, underestimating the cooldown.
That Prestige Zoe skin is very cool, by the way.
I like the sound of the trouble bubble.
Yeah.
It's very dark, you know. It's not a, you know, cute lullaby tone like it usually is.
The most recent Prestige skin? It's one of the best skins in the game.
Really?
Yeah. It's Prestige Edition Timo.
Oh,
yeah.
that one?
yeah, you're going to want to make sure.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what do you mean?
You're going to want to make sure that you try to get that belt.
I am not a big Timo aficionado myself.
All right.
You played a lot of Timo in your time?
Well, I have.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's funny you say that, but not going to tell you why. Anyways.
Okay.
Meanwhile, in this game, I mean, we have a call on Mystic. He's just getting to ride out this laning phase with it. Pretty much uncontested. Afrika's going to pick up first Infernal. Now, Fly, being a Zoe connoisseur, does have the redemption, and Mordekaiser's lane state is fantastic right now. So Keen is feeling pretty comfortable up there as well. Not a whole lot is happening so far here, though, in this game. And Set is actually outpacing a Nidalee. What is Haru doing? He's pinging on the way. So
yeah, he wants to steal the Raptors.
He's going to go into the Raptor camp.
And he's going to get a ward down too,
yeah.
So he wants to be pretty aggressive. Knows that the red buff is coming up here soon. Maybe he wants a little bit of help from Dudu. But you can see that Spirit's also pinging for that help as a little bit of a trade here in the mid lane. Fly picks up Proto Belt. Very good Zoe player.
Yeah.
Picking up either a Proto Belt or a Redemption will generally mean that you're a very good Zoe player.
And Haru is going to clear that Scuttle Crab. Now he should just go back to farming it up. And all right, Keen and Dudu got a little bit of a trade.
Oh, he's in range, and Miru's going to die. There you go. First blood solo kill. And up in the top lane here, Keen trying to beat him further down, but it's just going to be a trade up in the top side. They're both beefy boys. As now Spirit going to face check, but he's got Thomas here.
Yep.
To go along with him.
Yeah, he's going to eat all that honey fruit after taking that Spirit to the face. And Mystic, I mean, his lane is starting to push away, so Kalista is in a very nice position.
Okay.
Whoa!
It's going to be the flash in, and here comes the knock-up. Haru with the easy spear. And Lehens is going to pick up the kill. I don't think that was intended. Generally want to give it to one of the other carries.
What did Viper do? Wait, how? Wait. What? The wave was coming into him.
Yeah, it was. He pushed it back when he was alone.
And now Ash and Tom have a freeze, and they can hold it. And because Rakan was on the top side of the map, Kalista can't go to lane, so she's stuck now getting the Golem camp. But I think if Afrika played it right, Kalista can't go back to the wave for about 2 waves. Let's take a look at this.
This isn't even a trouble bubble. It's just a straight up Battlestar.
아 미드 잡았어 미드 잡았어.
He didn't even pop the corrupting potion, so actually not as optimized as it could have been, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter in the end, regardless. And Keen just dying there, tries to survive. I really would have liked to have seen the bot lane state. How did it...
A replay of the bottom lane.
Yeah. And Miru... whoa!
Okay, yeah, he's going to be taken through that. And over the wall he goes, but Fly will follow as now Spirit is going to be alive. As more damage coming out here, Fly has the flash coming in, and one more will do it! As nearly, barely is going to get it. I think that was his W more Sparkles that picks that one up as Mystic will die. He's alone under the turret here for some reason. Use both of his summoners. Here comes the rotation.
Yeah. Ben.
Everybody.
Here comes the Abyssal Voyage, Fly. Yeah, and... Oh! Oh, no, never mind.
Oh, they're TPing here. Gonna flash it away. And, yeah, well, Lehens is gonna try to make his way out, but looks like he will just be able to. The tongue not long enough, as Zoe now is 4-0.
And Keen now up here in topside. Living on an island. That's all the chaos happening on the right side of the map. Fly is enormous on this Zoe. You know what I'd actually like? We're not going to see it. I would like him to just get Mage Eyes.
Right away?
Right now. Right away. Just get Mage Eyes. Place the control ward if you need inventory space before you go back, or sell it if you think that it would just die right away. And pick up Mage Eyes right away, because you can activate it with just an assist. And so there is so much value to be gained there, and you're in such a dominating spot in this game. But no, gonna just pick up the Luden's Echo right away. Now, one of the other reasons about the Ludens, I'll talk about it right after all the replays. Really nice superplex against the Sand Soldiers. Haymaker ends up missing, not the end of the world though, picks up a flash, and then Haru trying to make his way out here. And you can see Fly even miscalculating some of his damage, inputting a couple of back clicks. Flash out by Mystic is, well, not ideal. He also ends up also healing, so he definitely got jebaited a little bit by how he felt of himself there. Looks like the turret plates went to no one, though. So that is definitely, okay, teleport canceled there by Keen. He said, get over here like Scorpion. And Fly just coming down here. Really unfortunate they couldn't get Lehens, but a very narrow escape by him. And so, as we resume to live, this is why I think the Luden's purchase isn't necessary, is because Afrika are in such control of the game, you don't need the Ludens for a team fight, which means you have about another 5 minutes to get that Ludens. And in that 5 minutes, there is chances you get Mage Eye stacks.
Oh, Keen, he's gonna do Mordekaiser things. He's great at delaying under turret. Fly, gonna make his way here. He's gonna hit the Italy. See ya! Down he goes. That was Doo-Doo saying, see you later, Miss Italy. I'm gonna survive and you are not.
Whoa, man. Now Set has taken over mid lane for the time being. That would have been Mage Eye activation, by the way. I'm just throwing it out there. Didn't need Ludens to make that one happen, but...
Yeah, well, they can still get it.
Fly is having the performance of the game so far. Looking like he's going to get a player of the game vote, Valdez, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, you can practice writing in the mid-box for when Chovy plays next series.
You kidding? Lift the papers, Valdez. I already got it. You know? This is how it's going to be.
They're really trying to punish Keen here. It's not really going to happen, though. He's got Flash. Should be fine.
그냥 붙어서 해봐. 시간 벌어봐. 나 가는 중이거든.
I'm going. By time, I'm going.
야, 니달리.
Nidalee.
잡았고, 오케이. 미드 커버해줘.
Mid, give me cover mid. Or cover mid, please,
I just
for
heard
me.
the green casters in the back were like,
Yeah.
back and forth. Like, it was a choir.
Yeah.
Screams from their side. And it was a really nice play. Fly, he looks really good in games like this, you do have to say. If only he could be consistent like this every single game,
Yeah.
he would definitely be one of our top mid laners right now.
And okay.
X-Tech Flash. Very good. I'm a fan.
And I mean, this game, even though it's only a 1,000 gold lead, you have to remember the team comps and what that probably means for mid-game standoffs. Especially, I mean, we have Ocean, which is basically just, it is the best soul, pretty much, that you could ever want. And that's going to be coming up here for Afrika. And Hollow Life are not going to be in a position to really contest that.
Oh, boy.
As, okay, well, things are...
This is just straight up.
Right.
Right? Okay, they're going to get the Devour coming in here, flash away, but the exhaust is going to keep him in range. Haru now might be punished by Mr. Keen. He's going to say, get over here, take him down. He's going to lose, or rather, leave the top lane to do it, but at least he's going to trade a kill back.
Yeah, so some of the weird things there is throughout that whole trade, Mystic had Biscuits, didn't activate it, and then also immediately spit himself out of the Devour, which was also a little bit surprising.
Oh. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Oh! Not dead yet.
He has Flash and Ignite, but not going to actually use it.
Decides to hold on to it here as, okay, there's another one.
Yeah.
But a little bit too out of range that time around. Still, they're going to zone them out of the turret. They get the first one of the game. Keen just going to rotate down bottom side, let his bot lane rotate top. And all is okay as they're looking now for Viper, but Lens is there.
And now at this point, it does...
Oh, doo-doo.
Okay. Well, Toy Renekton. You ever watch Toy Soldiers as a kid?
Toy Soldiers?
Yeah, isn't that the name of the movie?
Toy Story?
No. I don't know what it was.
With, like, the green soldiers?
Yeah, and, like, the animal-looking soldiers.
Are you sure you're not talking about Toy Story?
Yeah. I think it was Toy Story.
It's like one that has kind of like an astronaut uniform on, right? There's one that kind of looks like a cowboy.
No. Elden. What?
It's a coming-of-age story that shows the importance of childhood relationships and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a good movie. Anyway, we have the bottom lane trade here. You can see that they were kind of baited into this one. Thankfully, Haru is here, so they were able to trade the one. But the TP is going to trade this one up. And then, of course, the trade in turrets 2-for-1 do go in favor of Afrika at the same time.
Well, here is the dragon fight. This is probably going to be Hanwha Live's last hurrah. They're down just under 3,000 gold right here. The angle is really rough for them. Oh. They can't really get through the bodyguards. Ashe, Volley, Mordekaiser.
He gets Renekton.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. I think he could have just taken Haru, but instead, it's going to be in that back line. Drake will go the way of Afrika. Into the back line there. Spirit is going to survive for so long as King gets burst down in the front line, but a lot of low health bars here as Fly tries to flash forward. Not going to find the effectiveness there as everybody on the side of Hanwha Life is, in fact, going to get away as the flash that he picks up is not going to be enough. Still kind of on the chase here, as Zoe can do.
Yeah.
Wants to deny these backs and gets more value for his team.
Ooh. And so crisis averted. For the time being, a little bit overzealous was Afrika with how they initiated that fight, but they get themselves the dragon, which is all that matters. So Keen says, my life for ire, as he goes forward, pulls in Renekton as a pick, which is surprising because you know Haru doesn't have his flash available.
Yeah.
So I thought Nidalee is just dead every single day of the week. Ashe was pretty fine. Spirit with a haymaker. Keen goes down. And then Fly right here. He tries to flash forward to get Viper, but Viper had flashed out of the way. So trying to go for a bit of spice there, which, by the way, so the name of the movie was Small Soldiers.
Small Soldiers?
You never
No,
saw
I
it?
don't think I've seen that one.
It's like, you haven't seen a lot of things.
You sure it's not the one with the stuffed animal dinosaur?
What? I don't know you anymore. Actually, it's a really weird
Okay,
thing. Yeah.
Times have changed.
They really have.
Yeah. But Afrika dominating east side of the bracket teams in the LCK hasn't changed. Are they actually like clean in terms of their results? Like they've only lost the top teams and only beaten bottom teams?
Yeah.
I'm gonna recheck that. Seems like the answer is in fact yes. Straight across the board, they only have wins.
Yep.
Against the east side of the bracket teams. And
yeah, things are just looking very rough here. As Nidalee does go to sleep. Sleep, Zoe is no longer the only champion in League of Legends that now has sleep as an ability.
Lilia?
Lilia, yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, I have not heard a lot about her. She's been really overshadowed by Yasuo's brother.
Yarne, I think is his name.
I'm going to actually start a petition or something to
Yolanda,
have
maybe?
his name canonly changed.
Just take over the lore.
It's the weirdest thing. Everyone, even though they've seen it in the trailer, everyone that I've interacted with just refuses to say Yone. So
yeah,
the only people who I've talked to that do say it that way or continue to are Koreans.
Which, you know, I
because
guess
they
makes
see
sense,
it written in Hangul, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
And
but,
I think in English, if you were gonna have like really try to drive the point home that it's an A on the backside, you would have the accent. Or the accent on the E, right?
Yeah, you'd
like
either you would have
French
the accent or an I after the E, I would assume. But then you could make the argument that his name isn't English, which it's not, right?
Yeah, it's not. So
sort of like Atrox.
and
Latin.
Ramus as well.
There you go. Well, Vanilla
This
Ice
is a massive lane coming in, but that is a big Emperor's Divide. Lahens follows up, but as I mentioned in the early game, they have that one big hurrah, and then they're all just running away. Renekton does nothing. He does 0. Doesn't matter how the lane wins. He's gonna be sitting there on the front line and watching his teammates die. Afrika gonna take out 3, and now they're gonna set their sights on the Baron with the jungler dead.
Yeah, I mean, this game is really looking doomed. Ocean Soul's coming up in 25. Keen has teleport, so he can recall after Baron, teleport down into the bottom for good measure. I think he's going down on it by life. I think they put their wave out just to try to guarantee that Kaiser cannot TP down. So it's pretty hard to imagine. Really good setup here. Redemption did wide behind the retreat path to basically cut it off or force them to rock an arm place. And a little bit out, Keen comes back out with the shield, just fighting forward. And Afrika, they're in of the game. That fight with the Baron was actually still pretty reasonably close. Not much stuff.
Well, here comes the arrow. They're going to have another engage here as the flash away from the Rakan engage. And then the follow-up from the side of Afrika is going to be massive. Everybody's just being pummeled here. Lance goes down. There's going to be a clean ace. There you go. 5 for 0. And that will be the win for the side of Afrika as they'll look to push mid and take the game.
Well, this has been, I mean, Afrika, they've done this a few times now. They completely annihilate teams on the east side of the bracket. And they do so in such a dominating fashion. Fly has such a good game here in set 2. Ended up giving him player of the game right now. On the life, they really take the cake and eat it too. For,
They're going to feed more kills too.
oh,
Emperor's Divide comes in, but it just ends up getting the Azir killed. GG! As Afrika will take the 2-0. And it wasn't close. This wasn't exactly a series that we're going to look back on and say, wow, really got to take